Hello again, everyone. It wasn't working before, but it looks like, as you can see, the preview is now on 1.21.100.23 instead of 22, so I believe the copper golem should work. Why? Why is it not working? I didn't turn on experimental features. Okay. Give me a second. Okay. I don't know why it's acting like I am not in. I want to. There we go. It every time when I updated it, it kind of like reset a bunch of things, as if I hadn't played before. Alright, so I'm just gonna be changing some settings. That's fine. Yes, always stay, keep inventory. Alright, sorry, just wanting to set up a few things. And then, here we go. I don't think that's a separate thing, but I'll turn it on anyways. Okay, so here we go. And now, actually I'm gonna turn vibrant visuals off too, because they're I don't know, it looks a little goofy to me. Like, look how bright my thing is. But oh, and there we go. Here is all the new stuff. So, oh yeah, all the copper chests, copper nugget, that's also new. That wasn't in the preview either. Okay. So this is actually quite exciting. I do want to just start off. Okay, I need to change some settings because this is being weird. Why is everything so... Oh, do I have to leave the world and rejoin? Okay, great. Give me 1 second because these settings are bothering me. What is going on? Well, we'll just do like 50 chunks, yeah. Let me just double check everything here is correct. It should be. Sorry for the wait. But, and there we go. Now it should all be how I like it. Okay. I'm not used to playing Bedrock on computer. If I'm on computer, I'm on Java. Okay. So the first thing that I'm wanting to do, oops. Oh, that annoys me though. It used to be so perfect. So I kind of want to compare it to chainmail, iron, and gold are the main ones. I just kind of want to see. Chainmail, we got that. Because my guess is it's going to be slightly worse than iron. So, let's see. So a full set is 10 armor points, or 5 of those armor things. What about chainmail? Oh, chainmail's actually better, okay. And iron, I assume, is slightly better than that. Okay, so it's fairly noticeably worse than iron. I do also kind of want to check gold. See how that stacks up. Okay, yeah, so everything is slightly better than, so even gold, a full set of gold is just half an armor point better than copper. So, and then I would imagine, of course, leather, it's still better than leather, but I suppose we can double check that anyways. Yeah. So it's about a point and a half better than leather. I'm actually gonna I'll put a little display up. Are armor stands in here? No. I don't like getting a full, there we go. Okay. So leather is the worst. Then it does go copper. Then I think gold. And then chainmail, then iron. Then diamond and netherite. So copper is very early on, which I mean isn't some crazy surprise or anything, but I'll keep the copper armor on. The main thing I'm excited for, of course, is the copper golem itself, but I just want to check out this other stuff first. Is there anything I'm missing? It's just the chests, tools. Oh yeah, they added copper nuggets. I mean, there's not much to say about that, but I guess that's interesting. That's not really too useful, but I guess it makes sense to have it. We've got gold and iron nuggets. Why not have copper nuggets too, right? But yeah, so copper's in between leather and gold. So it would be something you get very early on, but I think that's good just because of its abundance, and like you're not gonna be like it's super easy to get copper, so it makes sense. And then if I mean no one ever really uses. Oops, I didn't mean to actually break that. I feel like the reach was really far there, but you're never really going to be using gold chainmail or leather. So I think it's a good addition. It's not necessarily needed. I think you can get iron really fast, but that's fine. And then I'm just gonna start comparing the different tools as well. So okay, that's interesting. So a copper sword does the exact same as a stone. What about axe for attack? Yeah. I don't know. Can you see the break speed on it though? So, I mean, in terms of damage, it's doing the same as stone, but I want to know how to access the on Bedrock. I don't know how to see. Well, you know what? We're gonna test. We're gonna test it. I'm just gonna get some, like, I don't know, logs for axes, stone. What's just normal stone? Am I blind? There we go. And then I guess durability is the other thing. I don't know how to, if you can view the actual durability number though on Bedrock. I'm not sure what the shortcut for that would be. Well, regardless though, let's just get dirt. We'll test the mining speed. Here, I'll do a couple rows of each so I can compare it to let's compare it to stone. Oh, here. Stone axe, stone pick, and stone shovel. So if I go over to survival, I do think it's very, 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 very slightly faster than stone, but honestly not significantly. So if I start off with stone here, yeah, no, it definitely is slightly faster. And then let me get the shovels. I don't see a difference on the shovel, honestly. I definitely saw a difference in the pickaxe, but I feel like it wasn't as noticeable on the other tools. And then I imagine the only difference between the swords is durability. So maybe copper has a bit more durability. And I think that's fine. Yeah, honestly, yeah, makes sense. The main thing is the copper armor. I think the tools are just, I mean, I feel like it would be odd to make the armor and not the tools, but stone tools are probably going to serve you fine. Actually, one thing I do want to check is if there's ores that copper can mine but not stone. So I'm just going to get, because there's some ores obviously that you can mine them with whatever, but if you mine them with a stone pickaxe, it won't actually drop the item. So let's find out. So with stone, unsurprisingly, both can break coal. I'm sure both can break iron. Gold. Stone does not get. Does copper? Copper does not. I don't think. Okay, stone does get lapis. I was thinking it doesn't. I think if it gets lapis, it probably gets redstone. Oh, it doesn't get redstone. Does copper get redstone? It doesn't. And then I imagine it's just going to be the same then for both of them. Yeah, so neither can get diamonds. You're going to still need an iron pick for diamonds. And I imagine it's going to be the same for emeralds. Alright, well, that ended up just being the same, but regardless, it's useful. It's good to know. Now for the fun part. We're just gonna get one of you. We're gonna get one of you. And let's get some copper chests. And then you can wax these two, I guess. Let's get ourselves. What's the point of waxing something that's oxidized? Okay, well, I think it's just. Oh, and there it is. Oh. I like the sound effects. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. So, let me clear out my inventory. Is there... Wait. There we go. I'm gonna get my armor back on, you know, gotta look stylish. Okay, so from the video, basically the deal with the copper golem is it will look in here and then move items from the copper chest into and it'll sort them into your existing chest. So all of these are empty right now. So let's say I put this in here. He should theoretically take it. Are you gonna take it? Oh, oh. He took it. Oh, you can see him carrying it around. And he puts it in. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. So for any stackable item, let's say we get him like 3 more chests, he should just put that in the same thing. You gonna go ahead? And I think he can carry, yeah, so he got all 3 at once. And he put them all in there. Now, what is he gonna do if they're split up like this? What are you gonna do? I'm guessing he's just gonna go to the closest one. Yeah. Looks like that's what he did. So yeah, he'll probably just go to the closest one with a chest in it. Now, I'm curious, will he always just go to the closest one? I'm gonna imagine he just goes to the closest one no matter what. So he's gonna, anything new, he's just gonna put in here. Oh, no, he didn't. I guess maybe because he was up here this time. Let's try that. What about non-stackable items? If I have, like, items of the same type in here, even though they can't stack, are you just going to put it in the closest one, or will you put it in with the same type? You're just going to put it in the closest one. Okay. That makes sense, though. Oh. Oh. No way. No way. That's awesome. Oh, that's sick. Good job, buddy. He, like, checked every single chest. So I think he might just go through them and check each time he opens it if it has the item he wants in it. So let's say we put this back in here. It might go in either one, just depending on what he checks first. That's my guess. Doesn't see anything in there. He doesn't see anything in there. Was there anything in there? I don't think there was. Huh. Let's try that again. Huh. That's odd. Let's try when you're not on top of this thing, because I feel like that might be kind of screwing with it. Huh. What if we put both of those in there? This is just a preview, so I think it's fine if it doesn't work perfectly, but because I mean, regardless, I think this is great. Yeah, he really just wants to put it in this chest. I wonder why. Yeah, okay. I mean, that time it made sense, of course, but I do wonder also how high can you reach up? Can you reach those chests? If I were to get, like, I don't know. Let's do copper. If I fill everything up down here. You know what? I'm actually no. If I just destroy this down here. Also, can you pick up items off the ground? Doesn't look like it. That's fine. That's kind of the point of the allay. Not you. But let's just try giving you stuff there. Are you going to be able to get those chests? Oh, well, you're kind of cheating, buddy. He can't. Okay. So now he doesn't know what to do with it because he can't reach up there. So that's good to know. Hello. Thank you for watching. I'm just kind of let me know like comment if you want me to do anything specific to test out. I'm just kind of throwing stuff at it right now. So I'm just testing how high he can reach up. So if it's like this, he's not able to get it. It's got to be before he was able to get in this one by standing on here, but you've got to have like, will you pathfind onto that to reach up on it? Do you know to go here for the chest? Put a little staircase. No? You seem confused. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now we got it. And then he should be able to code. Yeah, perfect. Oh. So I don't know what made him decide. I'm trying to figure out what makes him decide to put what things where. So why does he not want to put the... But he doesn't want it in there either. Do you want it in here? Does he automatically make it only... What if I put a chest in there? Are you fine with it then? I don't think he's very intelligent with his pathfinding. I think he's trying to get up onto this one now, but he doesn't know to climb. So now are you gonna let it in? Yeah. Okay, so my theory now is if I empty this chest, even if I put like a new one closer, are you going to put this in the one where it was before, or are you gonna put it in this one that's close to you? You're gonna put it in the one that's close to you, okay. Same thing? No, because this one... Or what about if I put that there? Are you gonna say no again? No. Even though they're... You're gonna say no, and then... No. So I think it's gonna have to actively, like, be in here already for him to be willing to put it in. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm thinking I'm just gonna make, like, a really basic storage system just to, like, test this guy's capabilities a little bit. So I think the main struggle is just going to be the fact that he can't reach things higher than this. So that's going to limit storage systems a little bit. Maybe with like a slab? Do you think he can reach it? So if I... I put a layer of slabs here, are you gonna be able to reach those? Here, let me see. Can you get up there with a slab? Oh, you're kind of on that chest though. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit you. Do you think like Iron Golem, so you can heal it with like copper ingots? Okay, he can with slabs. So I think this is the idea. We build something like this. So then this is always annoying because it's and then let's just get like, well, you know what, we're staying in we gotta stay in the theme of copper. I'm not gonna do anything fancy, but where's just like if I want oxidized, we'll do oxidized. Are there copper slabs actually? No. Oh yeah, there are. There's cut copper slabs. Perfect. And then we're just gonna do right, gotta put it this way. So then, theoretically, let's get like, I don't know, tough stairs. I do also actually want to test one other thing. Can you access it when there's a block on top? No, you can't. That's good to know. So if you can't access a chest, then neither can he. So yeah, just building a little storage system right now for it, but I'm interested in seeing how long it takes for him to... Actually, wait, I want to try one more thing. If I get an oxidized piece of copper and spawn one in, is it going to be oxidized already? Yeah, it is. Do you still work when you're oxidized? You do. And you look like you're working just as fast. Because I think in the original mob vote trailer for this guy, he would have turned into a statue when he was fully oxidized. I do also wonder, can you use a honeycomb to wax these guys? You can. Or did I just wax the chest? I think I waxed them. Yeah, you can wax them, and then I imagine you can just get an axe and take the oxidization off. So you're no longer waxed. Oh yeah, there you go. That's neat. So you can, I don't know, scrape off the oxidization. But that's good to know. So I'm just gonna take a couple of these. And then I think the way it works is just essentially, if you have a block like this in here, and I have these slabs here because otherwise they can't reach that top. Oh, hello, you wandered over. So then, in theory, if I just put like a stack in there, you should just automatically go for that. In theory. I don't know, let's do... Here, if I do like copper and copper ingots, are you gonna be able to just put both in? Oh, well, that's not how I was meaning for this to be designed. Let's just, that's not how... What are you doing? No. You're supposed to go into the thing. What are you doing back there? No, you can come this way. Shoot. Well, Let's just make a little. Yeah, we'll just make a little thing. And then hopefully you guys are actually gonna start. If I were to spawn another one in, hopefully you'd actually come in here. Oh right, you spawn with a chest, I forgot about that. So there's nothing in that one. Try checking this one, and hopefully you're gonna put it over here. Do you do it? Do you choose the right one? Where are you going? Don't put it in that. Ah. Why did you choose this specific one? So what if I put like that in there? So now that's for something different now. What the heck? You already checked that one. He seems kind of confused. I think having this many chests kind of overwhelms him a little. And still don't know what you're trying to do over here. Let's get a lead. Can you lead these guys? Okay, you can. Oh, it's attached to like the little bulb on their head too, not not them themselves. It's kind of funny. There you go. I just want you guys to try and figure out where to put it properly. You always just go for this specific chest, not the other ones. Why? What's wrong with the other chests? And then you just get confused. Checks the same chest again, says no. Huh. Maybe the slabs are... Oh, I'm sorry. Are you still gonna... Yeah, you still only check that one middle one. Why do you want that one so much? So, what if I get rid of these chests? No, don't, like, go in there. I'm just a little lost on what to do here to get this to work. Because these guys are really checking any of the chests. Oh, this one got at least one little deposit. Shoot. So, I'm not really sure what to do to get this to work. I mean, I feel like they might be good on just like a small scale sorting system. So, let's say, I don't know, what would be like a farm that produces like 2 to 3 types of level 1 chests. Yeah, I don't know why they... Oh, there you go, there you go. And there you go, now this guy finally found it. And you popped it in, what, a blank one? Yeah. But they come here and they get kind of lost, and they only check the middle one until you kind of push them around. So I'm not sure what that's about. Let me try something a little more simple for these guys. Let's say that you got a copper chest. The copper golem chicken. Yeah, I think it does. This is like just an early preview, so you can't really be mad at it, but it's definitely struggling. Like, I feel like this is a pretty normal looking storage system. So I know I can't get these top ones without a slab because it's just not tall enough, but I felt like when it had these slabs here, it was struggling to put, like, check chests at all. So I got rid of them. They're still definitely neat. Like, I think it definitely needs some work with looking in what chests to put things in. I'm gonna try just like something smaller scale. See if they'll be able to get that to work out fine. So if I just have like a couple of, I'll get a similar little setup. But if it's just like a smaller scale thing, hopefully they'll be able to consistently. So if I have, like, in here, I'll say let's just do like I don't know, what should I do? Copper grates, ingots, nuggets, raw copper, and then let's do cut copper, stairs, and maybe slab, like yeah, just the whole little copper family tree, not including oxidized stuff. There we go. So in theory, anytime I put any of these things into one of these chests, it should, well, it might go over here, because I haven't put stuff in those yet, but let's fix that. Let's do basically the same thing with tough, I guess. We'll do, whoops, stair slab, that, stair, slab, chiseled, yeah, and I don't know, let's throw walls in there. So then over here we've got all the tough stuff, and then I don't know, let's do sea pickles. So now, theoretically, if I get the spawn egg, now there's nothing in those chests yet, but if I were to get a bunch of that, or some of that, or some of this, they should find that, they should see that it doesn't belong in either of those, and they should put it in here. So he put it in there, he didn't like it in there, he doesn't like it in there, he does like it in there. So I think on a small scale it works well. Now, what I'm curious about, though, what happens if I get something like a waxed block of copper? Because that's similar, but it's not the same. Wow, that oxidized quickly. Are you gonna put it in here? You're gonna say no. But you're gonna check the others and it doesn't fit at all. So are you gonna decide what fits best, or are you just gonna decide not to put it anywhere? Yeah. See, as soon as you give him something that doesn't have an exact match, he just kinda gives up. He doesn't know where to put it. So I think that's part of the problem. So for these guys to work, you're gonna need the chests that they're interacting with already have everything that they're putting inside of it. So even though I already have blocks of copper in there, it doesn't have the waxed variant, so he's just gonna stand there now and he's just kind of stuck. So, I don't love that. I do wonder, actually, if I, like... Oh, why can I not... There we go. Here, no, I want you out of here. I'm trying to block off the chests. I want to see if they can interact with hoppers and barrels. Do you interact with hoppers? No. What about barrels, and what about shulkers? Oh, that's not what you're supposed to do. Alright, get out of there. No, buddy. Please stop that. There you go, no more chests. Are you going to interact with that hopper? You are not going to interact with the hopper. What about a barrel? Do you like barrels? Barrels are basically just chests. Come on, come on. You can do this. You can do this. What about shulkers? I'm guessing since it hasn't interacted with either the hopper or the barrel, it's not going to do shulkers. If I give you stuff, will you try interacting with these? Huh? No. Shoot. Is there any other, like... Okay, so they don't put things in shulkers, hoppers, or barrels. Yeah, I know, I agree. I was hoping for hoppers specifically. I can see how that could potentially be an issue. I mean, all you really have to do to fix that, though, I guess, is put a chest on top of a hopper. Oh my goodness, if I can spell. Oh, what about trapped chests, actually? And then ender chests, it wouldn't work, but... I want to see you try to interact with the trapped chest. Here, wait. Please say you can interact with it. Come on. It's just a chest. Come on, please. I don't think it works. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, they'll do it with normal chests, which, in fairness, does make hoppers work, which is good. But it's still mildly frustrating. So now you're going to be able to put it in, so then you can kind of funnel things together, but then how, I don't know how you would, I guess what you could do is have, like, if you have one farm that produces a lot of separate things, you can have, like, one thing for, like, let's say, you only care about the copper and the, I don't know, copper trapdoors. Nothing would ever produce anything like that, but you get the idea. So then he's gonna look in there, he's gonna say no. But he can put things in there. See, the spawn egg doesn't fit anywhere there, but he can put it in there. My only worry is they'll put it in this when they should be putting it in here. So if I were to get some blocks of copper, are you gonna know not to put it in there? Are you gonna put it? Yeah, no, he's gonna put it in here, isn't he? Dang it! When you want him to put it in there. See, I feel like it would be better if, instead of having to individually check each chest to see if it's valid, if they would, like, just kind of, I know it wouldn't necessarily make logical sense, but I wish they would just kind of know what is in the chests around them so that they could, just know exactly where to go. It wouldn't, I mean, because I think the thing is that would make things infinitely better for large-scale storage, and it would prevent issues like this, because if you want just a junk chest, sort of, you can't really do that, because if they're going to go to this chest before they check those two, then the things that you want in there are going to end up in there. So I think they're really only going to be super useful for, I mean, I'm absolutely certain that they're subject to change. This is the first preview, so it's waiting for feedback, whatever. That's kind of the point of these. But I think it would be better if, for at least gameplay-wise, if they just off the bat knew where should this thing go and be able, instead of having to check each chest. I think that would solve a lot of issues. And I wish it interacted with other things, like barrels. Why don't you like barrels? Works literally identically to a chest. Or trap chest. Like, I feel like that's so much more interesting. But what else could we test with these guys? Yes, they should know. Increase the reach? Yeah, no, I agree with that. Because, like, with these guys, if they're not able to reach the top thing without a slab there, and that's kind of annoying. So it'd be nice if they could reach up higher. I don't know what else to test with these guys. Oh, I will say, one thing I'm super happy about is the fact that, like, it's not about, like they can sort non-stackable items, is what I'm trying to say. I think that's really useful. That's probably, frankly, the most useful thing about them. Yeah, see, there we go. Ooh, actually, here's another thing I want to test. If I enchant one of these chest plates, I don't know, let's just give it protection 2. Will you me know to put that with the other diamond chest plates, or are you going to have to try to sort it with chest plates with protection too? Because I want you to just lump it in together. Dang. That's a big drawback right there. That's a very big drawback. So, dang. That's unfortunate. And then, yeah, because I wish... Because when you're sorting items, you're not always just wanting one specific thing of the exact same type. Armor and tools especially, I mean, first of all, you're not going to have, 99% of people aren't going to have a chest dedicated to specifically diamond chest plates. It's going to be diamond armor. Or really armor in general. So, like, and that problem can be solved by just having, like, this in the top, and it should be able to say, oh, diamond boots, I know to sort that in with that, but if you can't, but the thing is, most people, I'm going to turn it on so I can get these items. In the Minecraft launcher, it's only on Bedrock right now, but I think it's coming to Java pretty soon. Oh, well, I'm not sure. I only know how to do this on PC. I don't know how to do it on, like, a console. But, if you're playing on computer, just in the Minecraft launcher, here, I can open it up. Give me a second. Ooh. All you're going to do is switch it over to preview instead of latest release. And then make sure that when you... So, yeah, just go into latest preview. And then when you're inside of the game, when you create a new world, you're going to go to, I think, settings, might be game. I don't think you can't set it once you're in the game, but I think it's I'm not sure where it is. I can't remember where it is, but you turn on experimental features somewhere. I'm not sure where to access it in the world already, but you just turn on experimental features. But that sucks that they can't sort enchanted items, because I was thinking, like, if you're coming back from a trip to maybe able to sort out armor from mob farm, but not being able to sort enchanted items is a huge letdown. Yeah, no, I agree, you're right. Yeah, so here, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna set up a couple little tests for them. Let's say you've got, like, oh, thank you very much, I appreciate that. I'm gonna like do a little, I guess, simulation of maybe like a skeleton farm, for example. So let's say you've got a copper chest that all of the items flow into. So we're gonna put you, like, right there. And then from in here, you're gonna have arrows. You're gonna have bones, and then things like bows and armor. So I'll just get, like, a few of those mixed in. I don't know, let's put like a chainmail chest plate and a gold helmet. So if they have something like that, let's put arrows in one chest, bones in another. So, because those are the main drops you're going to be getting. And then, so my idea is, with something like this being kind of a junk chest, where, because they can only put things in empty chests, or chests with that specific sorted item, they wouldn't be able, unless you have a chest with every single armor piece, which wouldn't work if it's enchanted anyways, as I just figured out over there, which is unfortunate. Maybe you have like another chest for bows, and then I don't know, if I put it there, and then legitimately I'm just gonna put it like around a corner, because I feel like it needs to be out of the way for them to not access it by default. And then I'll just make a tiny little building around it, so they don't run around all over the place. So then, theoretically, this can go sort into another chest, but then that way that's all of your armor, because if one of those has an arrow, one of those has a bone, and then the other has a bow. Oh, but bows can be enchanted too, so you wouldn't get any of the enchanted bows. Is it on Xbox Series S and X? I'm not entirely sure. I'm here. You know what? I can look it up. The only way I personally know how to access the previews is on PC, but let me check 1 second. Can you access Bedrock previews? I think you can, but it might be just a little bit more of a process than it is on PC. So I would do your own independent research on that. There might be like just look up how to access Minecraft Bedrock previews on your console, and then theoretically it'll hopefully show you how to do that. So let's put bows there. Now, of course, bows are also going to be sometimes enchanted, which means they'll just funnel into this, but I don't think they'll be able to access that. And then just gotta spawn in the actual copper golem. So theoretically, you should just start getting to work. And my main thing, I just want to test that it doesn't get anything that it shouldn't inside of here. So you see arrows aren't in there, arrows aren't in there. Please go to this one first. Good. So then drops the arrows off in there. Good, good. You know, this is going to be a long process. I'm going to steal some of those from you. I'm just going to imagine you got that right. So it looks like it has the same exact process for checking each time. It goes middle, right, left. So then it's going to have bones, so it's probably going to guess middle again, then go to the right. Yeah. Bow, it should get right away. And then, hopefully, with the armor... Let's see. You're going to check middle. It's going to be wrong. You're going to check to the right. I think I would go check afterward if there is... Oh, you just went straight for the bottom chest. You weren't supposed to be able to look at that. We're gonna imagine you put it up there. Okay. I think you can. It's just I would just try to do some research on how you would go about it. I think you probably can. It's just going to be a slightly harder process than it is on a computer would be. But hopefully that works out for you. Alright, so we got another piece of armor. He got all the bows in there fine. Then he's going to come up here. He should check this chest. It's empty, so he should put it in. And there we go. So, that's going to filter out any of the armor and enchanted bows, which does suck. But, theoretically, generally speaking, this actually does work. It's sorting out the arrows, the bones, the bows, and putting them into all their respective chests, and then any armor is going to go in here, and that will funnel out into your own separate thing. You probably put it in a barrel because it won't check barrels, or just a chest that it doesn't have access to, so it doesn't try putting things in there. So on the larger scale things, it was kind of struggling. Like it wasn't able to work out this sorting system very well. But on something smaller scale like this, it's actually pretty good. So, especially for being like the first preview of it, I think it's working pretty well. I'm relatively impressed by it. The one thing I'm disappointed in is it doesn't put enchanted things just lumped together. So if I put an enchanted bow, it's gonna... Well, let me get one. I'm gonna steal that. Here, just do like... There we go. So if I put this in there, you're not gonna know to put it in the chest with bows, which is unfortunate. Yeah, so he's gonna check he checked this, even though it's other bows, he doesn't care. That's frustrating. But it is what it is. I might, because I'm pretty sure you can put like feedback. There is a feedback section in these previews. I think I'm gonna after the stream, after I'm done testing around with these guys, I might put it like put my own little feedback in there. But still genuinely useful though. I mean, look at the little guy. It's hard at work. Here, there you go. Now you have a little more stuff to do. They do seem to take a long time to oxidize, I've noticed. Like their chests are oxidizing much faster than I don't think a single one of them has oxidized. This chest is oxidized. This chest is almost all oxidized. but none of them have yet. So that's interesting. What else should I check with these guys? I don't know. Any other, like, interesting items that might react? Oh, I forgot they added the different color eggs. I mean, for the most part, I think they're just gonna react the same. So, yeah, the main thing I find kind of, like, annoying is, well, yeah, the two issues I have with it is I wish there was ways to have it not have a chest like more easily attributed to more than one thing. And I wish so like I can have this be well, copper and waxed copper. Sure. But the thing with that is, like, they're still gonna, I don't know, like if I want a chest that's just all types of, like, any armor, they're not gonna, but I only have, like, if I'm missing chainmail boots, and then I put a chainmail boots in one of these, they're gonna have no clue where to put it, and they just get lost. So I think, well, okay, here's one thing I think would be good, because multiple times these guys, like, look at this guy. He's been holding this thing for, at this point, probably like 40 minutes, not knowing what to do. He's checked all, well, he hasn't checked all these chests because it doesn't work properly, which is another thing. He doesn't know how to check all of these chests, but if or here, let's look at this guy, because he actually has checked all the chests, but he has nowhere to put this. So I wish if after a certain amount of time, or if it can tell it has checked all of the chests in the area, it would put it back in here and know to go back to that later, because clearly this isn't working. So if something is kind of not able to go into any of these chests, then it's stopping from everything else in the chest from going in. So if they both had an item like this, or if I only had this guy and I had other things that I wanted to be sorted, none of that would get sorted, because now this guy doesn't know what to do with this. So I wish he could either put it back, or I don't know, or it would, after he had checked all the chests, just put it with the best match. So maybe the first time he checks this chest, he says, well, this one's enchanted, maybe it doesn't belong in here, but after he checks the other ones, he's like, well, those have, this is the chest with the most similarity. It's still the same item type, it's just enchanted. So even though it's not a perfect match, he could still put it in, or he could put it back. I think that would be a major improvement. It would be nice if they could reach up this high too. They need the slabs to reach up to the third one, which I think limits storage a lot. Slabs isn't that big of a deal, but still, it would be nice if they had a little more range. I don't always want to line in slabs across my storage system, you know. But for smaller scale things like this, as long as you're pretty intentional with the design to have, like, quote unquote, like, garbage or miscellaneous things, and you have hoppers running out of it, so anything that doesn't fit into those, it'll go. Just make sure that it's not close to here, because if this is empty, even if there's something that it should fit into, it's just going to put it in the empty one, which is kind of unfortunate. but still pretty cool, I will say. Definitely, like, have, made, like, a pretty, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot you could do with it. If you're a little more inventive than I have in this context. But I think it's actually, like perfect for things like this, where you have a spawner that's going to be producing a few different types of items that should be sorted, and then a few miscellaneous ones. I think this is the best case use that I can currently think of, because it's able to get all of those major items that it's producing, and all the items that you want, into the right spaces, and then it's still going to produce other things, so yeah, you have somewhere else to put that, but I think this is a very good use for it. So I can genuinely see myself in a playthrough using this for like a skeleton spawner. But with the current state of it, I wouldn't be using it for an item sorter. I would use a traditional redstone item sorter, because this is both wildly inefficient, because even if this guy was checking all the chests, the reality is he's checking them one by one. That's slow. That's very slow. It's a lot fast. So, I mean, for someone who doesn't want to deal with redstone, who maybe, like, I don't know, just doesn't want to, who doesn't understand or want to deal with redstone, I think this is a good solution. But it's not efficient for any large scale storage system. So something like this is just, even if he was accessing all of it, I feel like this would be a little too large scale. This snapshot's only on Bedrock for right now, but I like it just came out today. I think it's gonna come out on Java pretty soon. But yeah, I don't know, like, I feel like most, see, the thing is, like it's good when there's a few different things to sort, but not too many, but I feel like most things either sort, like, one, like, only make one specific thing to begin with. Maybe, like, I don't know, a wheat farm has wheat and seeds, potatoes has potatoes and poisonous potatoes, so you could have him sort them out. But again, I feel like it's honestly faster in those contexts to just use a normal redstone sorter. Just have all the items funnel through something, and then if it's one of those odd, like your uncommon poisonous potato that gets sorted out, I feel like this guy would be kind of slower at that. But still useful. I'm not trying to say it's a bad addition. I voted for the copper golem initially. Not that this was even a feature of you. Actually, you know what? Did they add copper buttons? No, because the original thing about the copper golem was that it pressed buttons. Do you think it still presses buttons? Please press the buttons. Oh, come on. You know you want to. Press it. Press it, please. Ah. That's unfortunate. I was hoping it would still do. I was really hoping it would still press the buttons. Would have been nice to have, like, both uses. Because that's how it was originally advertised. Now, this is still way more useful. I think this is better. But I wonder, are there any... Oh, actually, never mind. I was wondering if there was any advancements that were added, but I don't think advancements work the same way on Bedrock as they do on Java. But either way, these guys are interesting. I like them. I don't know why it's taking so long for these guys to oxidize. I wonder, do they come waxed? No, they're not waxed. What if I use a waxed block of copper when I spawn you in? Are you waxed? Are you waxed? You're not. That's interesting. So if you use a waxed block of copper, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your wax, should I say? Because neither the golem or the chest will come waxed, even if you use a wax block. Still, none of these guys have oxidized, though. They're not waxed. This thing is fully oxidized in the time, and neither of those have oxidized at all. These ones I placed in oxidized. Oh, you were waxed, my bad. I don't think these guys are. Those guys are not. These guys are not. So I don't know why none of these guys are oxidizing. But regardless, they're quite interesting. I do think I'm gonna end stream for now. I might do some testing on my own time. I'm probably gonna post just a normal video on my main channel showing my findings with them. But yeah, that's all. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Adios.